Hello everybody. Today I am going to be showing you how to make one of my very favorite drinks that is not only incredibly delicious but very nutritious, hydrating, and healing for the body. And also most of these ingredients are found abundant in nature and they are all totally natural ingredients. So I'm going to start by the base of the drink is soursop. Also known as Guanabana, and I'm going to show you a photo. I recently just came across an entire orchard that's been abandoned. Like majorly producing soursop right now. So I was watching it for a little while, just gathering like one or two here and there, and the truth is it is totally abandoned. There must not be a super high demand for tropical fruit right now because nobody's harvesting it. So I went along and I harvest it off the ground. I don't take from the trees. The stuff on the ground is going to go back to the earth anyways. Nobody sells anything harvested off the ground. And I also left, like, in addition to the photo that I showed you, I left tons still out there to replenish the earth. And you know, I don't need so much, but Spirit was just like, okay, you can go take those. So I did, and what I'm going to be doing is making this juice and then freezing it for later. I normally do not like to eat frozen food, and I don't. So, but this is in excess right now, so I'm gonna freeze it, and hopefully I will get along to eating it later or sharing it with other people. But anyway, so let's talk about soursop for a second. This is one of the best foods you can consume. It was not my favorite for a long time, but I've really grown to absolutely love this fruit and so grateful that it grows in abundance all around me. Soursop is really high in vitamin C, which of course will boost your immune system, destroy free radicals, really great for combating cancer. It's really high in antioxidants, which help to reduce inflammation in your body. It promotes a reduction in acidity in your stomach, which is it's so soothing for your stomach, and it really will help with digestion. If you have any stomach ulcers, gastritis, it's just like every time I drink it, I just feel so comforted by it in such a soothing way. It helps to soothe the central nervous system, so for any nervousness and anxiety, this is really good to tone your whole system. It can help to regulate blood pressure and combat constipation through all the high water content and fiber in the fruit, and it also is really great for hydrating the body. So it's just all around an amazing food that grows in abundance. Super awesome. So the other ingredient is going to be pineapple, and I use this to sweeten the juice, and it helps to balance out the soursop flavor. And I'm also going to add some limones, some limes, and every time I use lime, I have to scratch it and sniff it. It's just so good to me. And also some ginger. I like ginger in abundance, so I'm going to make it strong with ginger. And coconut. So you can either use coconut water or just regular water, and I have a really amazing spring water here just out of my tap, so I use that a lot. But you can also use coconut, and I'm going to demonstrate with coconut today. And I hope this coconut is still good. I need to get some more, but it has been in my fridge, so hopefully it's still good. So those are the main ingredients: lime, ginger, guanabana, coconut, and pineapple. And so I'm really excited to share this drink with you. I know that a lot of these fruits, none of them, grow up in the US mainland, but you can get pretty much all of them at the store. I know I've seen frozen guanabana super cheap at just the local grocery store in my hometown where I grew up. So I know it's available out there, and of course fresh is always better, but do what you have to do. So ginger, lime, pineapples you can find, or frozen pineapple, and then coconuts, you can't find as easily, but you can often find coconut water, which I really don't recommend any of those coconut waters that have been pasteurized or in those boxes and stuff. That stuff is like no good. It's been turned into basically sugar water, so I don't recommend that. So if you're doing this and you don't have fresh coconut water available, then I would suggest just using regular water. And you could also, if you want to speed it up a little bit, you could add dates into when you blend it, and I can show you can add dates into that, but you don't really need it. The pineapple is perfectly sweet enough to help balance it all out. So I'm going to get to town. So first, what we're going to do is open up the coconut. Hold on. So, I don't really have the camera set up that great, but we're going to open up the coconut and see if it's still good. So, here we go. Okay, this one's really easy to open, and let's get the water out of it. Okay, so yum. We got all that yummy coconut to make our drink with, and let's see if it's any good. Oh my god. It's so freaking yummy. Alright, so let's go back inside. Alright, so the next step that we're going to have to do is taking the flesh out of the soursop. So you see we've got this big beautiful fruit, and we are going to have to remove all of this white flesh, and I've got a bowl here for it. And so what we're going to do is remove all this flesh, and there is a lot of seeds in it, and so you have to separate the seeds from the flesh, and you don't want to do that with your hands. It's not really possible. When you just eat the fruit, you just kind of do that in your mouth, and it's part of eating Guanabana. You just kind of chew on it, suck on it, and then you spit out the seeds. And but making juice with it is a very popular traditional way to be with it, and it's an art to get the seeds out. And the best way I found is I'm going to get all this flesh out, and then I'm going to put it in my blender. And I use the BlendTech because the blenders on the BlendTech are more dull than other blenders, and so the duller the blade, the better for this, because you're not going to really want to blend it for too long, as you do not want to break up you're going to break up the seeds a little bit, but you don't want to like pulverize the seeds. You just want to get them to where the flesh has become loose from the seed, so that, and I'm going to mix some liquid, which I'm going to use some coconut water. I'm going to add a little bit of spring water into there. So you are going to use the liquid in the blender to help achieve all that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it all through a nut milk bag after that, and I'll be left with a nice, creamy, delicious, smooth liquid left. And what I will do with that is I am going to take the juice of the pineapple that I'm going to juice in the juicer. So you kind of want to make this in batches when you do it, at least like for the day, because it's kind of labor intensive. I mean, it's really not that bad, but compared to just picking a piece of fruit off of the tree and eating it, it takes a little more work. So I'm on to the second soursop. So I'm just gonna break it open like that, and then take all the flesh out. So I will then mix the juice of the pineapple with the juice of lime, and I'm going to have juiced the ginger. So I'm going to juice the pineapple, the ginger, and the lime all in the juicer. And so I'll take all of that juice and I'll mix it with the Guanabana juice, and it is freaking delicious. So anyways, my love affair with fruit has been going on for quite some time now, and it kind of just happened by accident, I guess. I guess we all have our ways, but I have now since realized that fruit is the most healing food on the planet. It is our natural food. We are frugivores by design, and we're designed to eat fruit, and we can adapt. We're like the most adaptable species on the planet, pretty much. We can adapt to anything, but can we adapt at our highest potential to anything? No, we can't. And so to realize our highest potential, then we need to do what we are designed to do and what facilitates our highest health, our purest thoughts, our highest energy, and that's fruit. So for me, it started, like over 15 years ago, and I was starting to kind of just live more wild out in nature and outside of houses. And I was meditating a lot, and also fasting quite a bit, and just really, communing with spirit, like, what am I really doing here, and what is this life all about? Because, geez, it all seems pretty confusing to me. So what happened was I just started getting guided to like abandoned fruit orchards or like really discounted fruit at the market, and it was just ongoing, like it's never ended, and it's just gotten more and more and more. So fruit has just guided me on this journey and told me where to go, and which eventually led me to the tropics and a number of situations, and then what eventually led me to one of my greatest teachers that had planted and grown this amazing botanical garden that is full of incredible, like the best varieties of all this fruit from around the world. And I was like immersed in fruit heaven, and I worked my ass off for that. So just so you know, I gave my entire being to that story, and it took all of me. And that's okay, because what I have now is the real me, and it's all been worth it. All the tears, all the sweat, all the blood, all the hardship, all the challenge, all the confusion, all the uncertainty, the instability, all of it is totally worth where I am now, because now I am totally sure of who I am, not a shadow of a doubt, and I have healed pretty much all of my issues through fasting, yoga, meditation, fruit, cleansing, and it's an absolute miracle because I have healed things I never even thought to heal, and I have gone way above my expectations. I mean, it's not like I really had expectations, but I never imagined myself to be on this journey, and then like here I am, and now here I am like at the top of my mountain on this journey, and it's just been an incredible wild ride. And here I am now, and I dedicate myself to continuing on this path and helping others on this path, because we are all connected and we're all one, and we're all here to help each other ascend and to raise our vibration and to achieve our highest potential, which the earth is certainly not at, but everything happens for a reason, and everything is in perfect divine timing. So I don't hate any of it. I don't question any of it. It's, I often thrive close to all of the madness. It's all beautiful. It all has a purpose. And that being said, some ways that humans are living are more destructive to both the earth and ourselves than others. And at this point, I choose and I surrender the path that is least destructive and most healing. And that is now it for the rest of my life, and I know I'll always be guided and supported on that path, because that's what I've been proven on this path. So for me to come, so I come across these fields of, abandoned fruit, and it's everywhere, and it's like a dream come true. And there's plenty to share with everyone. There always is. I'm always manifesting way more than enough, which is just such a beautiful message, because of course I want to share. That's in our nature. I don't necessarily want to share my personal space so much. I've got a lot of boundaries with all of that, but as far as abundance, we're all here to share with that. And so for what happened to me is I was on this path, and there was a lot of this desire to own a piece of land or this or that, or control this or whatever, mine. What I kept getting the message, and was just like my particular journey was, give it all up, let go. You don't need to own anything. If you own something, you only own that finite amount. But if you just let it all go, and you embrace and you become one with source, and you just let it come at you and let it keep flowing, then you can have everything. You can have the whole world, and that's what I feel like I have now. It's all just expanded, and now I'm just pretty much addicted to expansion, and it's just like infinite expansion, and that's how it's happened. So, but this has happened over a course of many trials and errors, and lots of learning, and being a really good student, and also going without and learning all of these lessons about where to really find my peace within, and where to really center myself, and how to be on this planet. And my particular message was just to stop trying to control this journey. And it's okay if you don't know how you're going to realize, this or that. You just need to get clear on what it is that you need, and to just go within and cultivate that within, and it will all manifest. So those of you on the fruit journey, stay on that journey. It just gets better, and it just gets more abundant, and you don't need to logically figure it out all in your head. Just go day by day and find the lessons with each day, and trust me, it will just keep expanding. If you're really pure about it, and you're really surrendered, it will all just keep expanding. And this is definitely the way. It's no doubt to me now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take half of this pulp and put it in the blender, and then I'm going to take all of the coconut water and pour it over the pulp. And I'm probably gonna add just a tad bit more water to make it more liquidy. So you don't want too much liquid, because you want your drink to be flavorful. So I'm just going to give that a little whirl. So that's enough. And then what I'm going to do is super fun. I'm going to take my handy dandy little nut milk bag here, and I am going to pour all of this into here. Okay. Super exciting. Then I'm just gonna, so yeah, you can just, it all just kind of comes out like so. It's like milking an animal, but it's not perverted. And you don't have to enslave anybody to do it. It's not strange. It feels good. It feels normal. So anyways, I'm gonna squeeze it all out, and I will be left with some delicious, I'm a mess. So, okay, we got our first round. I'm gonna go get another coconut, and I'm gonna do another coconut in the other half of it. So, I'll be right back. Okay, got my other coconut open, and I'm gonna put the other half of the soursop flesh. And I'm going to pour the coconut water. So yummy. And add a little bit of water and go in for another whirl. Alright. I can't really move the camera. Milky soursop juice and coconut right here, which is great, just like this. You don't have to go further with it. So freaking yummy. Oh my god. Okay, but I'm gonna jazz it up just a little bit more. So. All right. Next step is the juicer. So I'm gonna go ahead and juice, I guess all of this papaya, pineapple. So take the skin off. Wish I had it on video. Anyways, so now I'm left with this big chunk of pineapple, and I'm just gonna kind of slice it up into large pieces for the juicer. So, okay, we've got our large pieces of pineapple, and I could either squeeze the limes or I could put them, well, I think I'm gonna squeeze them, yeah. So we'll squeeze the limes in, and then I need to take the skin off of the ginger. So that is next. Everything smells so incredible to me. I am like, all I have to do is really smell this stuff, and it feeds me. I usually don't really eat much during the day. Like, I'll eat like some fruit that I find outside on my walks, but I do make juice, and I do consume juice, although it's not like I'm consuming it all day long. I really like to be empty. That's when I'm closest to spirit, and it's like this fire is ignited inside of me, and it's just like, it's just pumping out this life force and this awareness, and all these downloads come to me, and that is my favorite state to exist in. And so I exist in that place a lot of the time. But I love juice, and I do like to stay hydrated. And so I make a large jar of it every day, and then I will kind of have some midday, and then later on in the afternoon usually, then I'll have like a lot before I, make something to eat. Lately it's been raw soups a lot that I've been eating, and putting like a little avocado in there. Sometimes I feel better, when I go without the fat, but I like it all, and there's a time, so I just kind of, everything's in cycles. That's how animals are in nature. That's how we are. We go in cycles. So there's feast, there's famine. I mean, it's never famine, but there's feast, there's fasting. I like it all. I really like to be light, for sure. Okay, so I've got the ginger, and I think I'm gonna do a little more. Ginger, I absolutely love ginger. And I use it quite liberally and frequently in my juices and my dishes. It's just kind of like a staple. So, okay. I don't need to get all the skin off, but you know, if I get the bulk of it off, then it definitely tastes better when juicing. I've tested it always. So, okay. Next up, I don't know if you can see the juicer back here. I'm going to take all this pineapple and put it into here. Okay, we'll just start with that much. I'm gonna throw the ginger in there as well. You know, we are all connected. And you know, the best thing I can do is just keep being me and shining the light of who I am. And I don't need others to be like me. I don't need to convince anyone to be like me. You know, the proof is in, you know, the evidence. And if they are interested, then they'll ask and they'll watch and they'll learn. And if they're not, that's okay. That's fine. You know, it just really doesn't matter. And so I've learned to accept a lot of things, and that just makes life a whole lot easier. And the more I just let others be who they are, I have more time and space and freedom to be exactly who I am. And so, okay, we have our pineapple, ginger, lime juice. Oh, it's too strong for me. Pineapple is an acidic fruit, and I can't eat it. Just like I can eat like little bits, you know, straight. I can't drink just straight pineapple juice, and I really can't have it the dominant ingredient in any kind of anything I make, because it's just like so strong, and I get issues from it. But I can use it as a supporting ingredient, and it seems to work fine. So I am going to mix it all together. I guess I don't even need the blender, so I'm just gonna pour it and mix it all together. So I've got this, oh my God, it's so beautiful, yummy concoction, and I'm just going to take a spoon and stir it up. Oh my God, this looks so delicious, and it is. I'm gonna take a little taste. So I'm going to put it in a jar, and then it's gonna go in the fridge. So there's one jar. I've got this small jar right here. I'm gonna put some to cut now. There. Okay. So yeah. Wow. That is so good. That is so freaking yummy. Oh my God. I can live off that, and watermelon juice and apple juice, orange juice. We're so blessed. We are so blessed. Tap into your abundance within, and the universe will gift you so much. It's truly a miraculous world that we live in. so much for tuning in. I'm gonna try to make more videos like this that are helping people in any way that I can. It's been a really wild ride that I'm grounding into myself now, so you will hear more. So I'll be sharing lots more.